Hey everyone, this is Tinkering with B-Hav and I'm B-Hav. I'm going to do something a little different tonight, just like the last video. Tonight I'm going to be cooking biscuits and gravy on my 413G camp stove. It is a June 1970 model. This was the first camp stove I ever bought, and it was in pretty good shape when I got it. I got it at a flea market. I don't think it cost me very much, and it burns really good and it works really great. I don't know about you, but sometimes my wife and I like to have biscuits and gravy for dinner just as a change of pace from regular dinner food because I don't know about you, but I don't get up early enough in the morning to make biscuits and gravy for breakfast very often. So we're going to have that for dinner tonight. Let me take you inside and I'll show you all the ingredients that go in my biscuits and gravy recipe. So this is my recipe for biscuits and gravy. I like to use hot sausage. I think it adds a little more flavor to the gravy. The Jimmy Dean is the best brand, I think. I use 1/2 a stick of butter, about 1.5 teaspoons of pepper, and 1/2 a teaspoon of seasoned salt, and 1/3 a cup of flour, 3 cups of milk. That's all it takes to make great gravy. Also, I use Pillsbury Grands biscuits. These are really good. My wife's going to bake these in the oven while I'm outside making the gravy. Like I said earlier, this is a model 413G Coleman camp stove. This is from 1970. Let me get my camera set up here so you can kind of see what I'm doing, and we'll get it opened up and lit. There we go. I think that's good. Let me straighten it up. There we go. All right. So they call this a suitcase stove. A lot of people call it because it looks kind of like a suitcase. It opens up real easy. Just that little clip. You got these little, these are for to block the wind. If you get wind, it's got little slots that they go in the sides. Kind of like that. And here's the tank, stores inside of there. And I put fuel in this earlier, so it's got plenty of fuel to cook this biscuit or this gravy. And that's in there. It's got, this is a generator right here, and it goes into the burner. So we're going to pump it up.
Get nice lots of pressure in here.
Okay, that should be good to start. So on here, you got this is your pricker lever, right here. That's supposed to be pointed up to light. It says it right here on the tank. It says up to light, down to burn. So you turn it up to light it. So I've got my little torch lighter here in my pocket. So we're going to crack the fuel and get this sucker lit. I can smell fuel. There we go. So we're going to turn that way up to start with to heat that generator up. So you let it burn here for a minute or so, and that gets the generator nice and hot. Then you turn this lever down, that opens up the fuel valve all the way. I'm going to give it a few more pumps.
There we go.
Now she's going. Now it's really going. You can hear it. At least I can hear it. I hope this microphone's picking it up. So I'm going to turn this down to burn, like it said. And turn the heat down a little bit. There we go. That looks good right there. This cast iron skillet came from my wife's grandmother. It was her cast iron skillet, and when she passed, this is one of the things that my wife wanted, was her grandmother's cast iron skillet. And man, this is the best one that we own. It is really smooth on the inside. It is no stick. I haven't had to do any re-seasoning to this thing. I mean, I keep it clean and I take care of it, but we use it, and it's a great skillet. So I'm going to make my biscuits and gravy right in here. So we're going to put that on there and let that start heating up. And I'm going to open up my Jimmy Dean hot sausage. This is probably not the safest way to open this sausage, but this is the way I've always done it. Knock on wood, I haven't cut myself yet. That knife's not really that sharp. All right, so there we go. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. All right, I forgot to grab a spatula, so that's where I just went. So I got my spatula here, and we'll start cutting this sausage up to break it up. All right, so we're going to let that cook. We'll come back when that's all cooked up and browned up, and I'll show you the next step. All right, so I changed my camera angle so you guys can kind of see what's going on here in the skillet. And I'm just browning it up and chopping it up into little pieces, right? So it's still got a little bit of pink in there, so we still got more to go, but I just kind of wanted to show you the process here. You just chop it up, so you cook it until there's no pink in it at all. I'm sure there's a temperature range you're supposed to go to, but I'm not that serious of a chef. I don't check the temperature on my sausage to make sure it's done, or my ground beef or anything else. But if you look in there, it's not sticking to anything. There's no sticking involved in there. And you want to leave all that sausage grease in there because that helps give the gravy some good flavor. I don't know about you, but I really love cooking in cast iron. It is the best, I think. Holds the heat well. It keeps the food warm even after you're done cooking. Like, you can set the cast iron on a table with a pot holder, and all the food will stay warm because the cast iron holds the heat really good. All right, that's getting close. That is getting close. All right, I'm going to go inside and tell my wife to put the biscuits in, and I'm going to grab some more of the ingredients here. All right, I will be right back. Okay, my sausage is all browned up. There's no pink left, so it's ready for the next step. The next thing you're going to do is I'm going to put this half a stick of butter in here. And I'm going to stir it around and cook it down in there until it's all melted up. The butter adds a lot of flavor to your gravy. I think it adds a more fat content. Even though the sausage has lots of fat, the butter just adds a little bit more, a little more flavor. I used to make it without the butter, and I read somewhere about somebody had a recipe where you put butter in it, so I incorporated it into my recipe, and it really makes the gravy that much better. So as soon as this butter is all melted up, we'll come to the next important step. I might have turned it down just a touch too much. There we go. Oh yeah, the butter's melting up real good. You want that butter spread all around in there so that it's not all in the middle. You want all the sausage to have some butter on it. It's almost done melting up. Okay, so once your butter is all melted like that, then you're going to take your third of a cup of flour, and this is important. Some people add the flour after you put the milk in. You put the flour in now, and then your gravy won't be lumpy. So I take my flour and I spread it around in here. It's a third of a cup is what I use for a single batch, which is 3 cups of milk. So you spread it all around in here. Then you stir it around to coat all the gravy or all the sausage in flour until it's all mixed in and incorporated all together. It soaks up all that butter and all the grease and kind of coats the sausage just a little bit. All right. Just about like that. If you can see what that looks like. I got a little bit of flour on the sides here, but that's okay. So once you get that, then you're ready for your milk. So I got, excuse me, three cups of 2% milk right here. 3 cups. And just pour that in. Okay, so there's my 3 cups of milk. We're going to stir that around just so that it's all mixed in real good. I'm scraping the bottom as I go just in case there's any little brown bits on the bottom of the pan. I want those up in my gravy because that's flavor. But there's not much. It's pretty clean on the bottom there. All right. So you can see there's a little bit of flour on the bottom of my spatula there. All right. So next, you're going to put your pepper and your seasoned salt. Now, if you don't want to use a seasoned salt, you don't have to. You can just use regular salt, but a little bit of seasoned, just like McCormick Seasonal, along with the pepper, it just adds a little bit extra flavor to it. So you sprinkle this in here, salt and pepper. That's enough. I think it looks like plenty. Let me check it here. So stir it until it's all incorporated in. I like my gravy kind of peppery. I think it adds, I like that spice, but that's why I use hot sausage also. So I'm just kind of giving it a stir to make sure all the seasoned salt and the pepper are incorporated in. And now I'm just going to let it sit. I'm going to bring it to a slow boil. Once it's at a boil, I'm going to turn it down so it's just simmering a little bit, and I'll let it simmer till it thickens up. So every once in a while it's coming to a boil, you're just going to kind of give it a little stir just to make sure that there's nothing sticking on the bottom, which there is not. I don't think anything's really sticking on the bottom, but you still want to give it a little stir while it's coming to a boil. We're almost there. That orange on top, that's all that bacon or all that sausage grease coming up to the top. Man, that's good. Once it thickens up, that'll mix in and it won't separate like that. I can tell it's thicker now. It's not near as runny as it was when I first started bringing it up to temperature. It still isn't boiling yet, though. It'll start here in just a minute. I think we're getting close. Ooh, got a little breeze coming. It is raining where I'm at here. I don't know if you can see it in the background there, but it's raining pretty good. Started out a pretty nice day, and then it kind of got crappy. There we go. It's starting to bubble. You can see it starting to bubble a little bit. Once it gets bubbling real good, we're going to turn the temperature down. The pan's getting a little warm. Try to center it a little more on my heat. All right, I'm going to turn the temperature down some. Oh yeah, that's thickening up real good. This will be ready to go here real soon. My wife's got the biscuits in the oven inside. I don't know about you, but that's looking like some good gravy. Oh yeah, that's getting a little thicker. I don't know about you, but I don't like it so thick that when I put it on there, it keeps the shape of the spoon. Like you take a big spoon and spoon it out. I don't want a big lump of solid gravy on my biscuits. I like it to run down a little bit. So, and I found that 3 cups of milk and 1/3 a cup of flour is the right ratio to get your gravy to the right consistency. All right. We'll let her bubble just a little bit more here. Turn that heat down just a little bit more. It's pretty low. Let me show you. I'm going to show you the flame on this. You can see it's not very high at all. And that's one good thing about these Coleman stoves. I don't know, can you see that flame down there? Yeah, barely. They are very adjustable, more adjustable than you would think. Like some of these propane stoves you get, man, I feel like it's either on full blast or it's off. But these gasoline ones like this or Coleman fuel ones, they adjust real nice. Oh yeah, I think that gravy's done. What do you guys think? I think my biscuits are about done inside. Yep, my wife's waving at me. All right, I'm going to shut this all off and take it inside. I'll show you what it looks like on the plate. All right, well, I got it all plated up here. The gravy turned out really good. Got a nice plate full of biscuits and gravy. It's going to be my dinner. My wife's got some right there. It looks like I eat a little more than she does. She's laughing at me right now, just so you guys know. All right, so let me take a bite here and I'll tell you how it tastes. That is some good gravy. I don't think I've had a bad batch of gravy in a long time. So I wanted to say hello to the son of a guy that I work with. His name is Liam, and he was shocked that his dad knew a celebrity because he knew me. He shows him my YouTube videos. I am not a celebrity, but Liam, thank you very much for watching. The guy that I work with, his name is Sean. He's a great guy, and I appreciate him showing his son my videos. So this is Tinkering with B-Hav. That's my dog ringing the bell to go outside. This is Tinkering with B-Hav, and I'm B-Hav. Thanks for watching.